Hello, and welcome to The Point, where we discuss pressing issues that matter to all of us. I would like to begin with a disclaimer. The images and subjects used in this video are purely for illustrative purposes and do not resemble any actual individuals or entities. The events depicted are compiled based on information received from various sources and are presented to provide a more accurate chronological order of occurrence. This content is intended solely to educate and present accurate information. No political affiliation or endorsement of any party or ideology is implied or expressed. Today, we're addressing a deeply disturbing incident that has shocked the medical community and the nation alike. A young female resident doctor, in her second year of residency, was brutally murdered and raped inside a hospital where she was supposed to be safe. This tragic event not only highlights the vulnerabilities faced by medical professionals, but also raises serious concerns about the investigation and the institutional response that followed. Let's dive into the details. The incident took place during the early hours of the morning between 2 and 3 a.m., when the victim went to rest in the seminar room after an exhausting 36-hour duty. What followed was a nightmare. The young doctor was found in a horrific state, with severe injuries that paint a picture of unimaginable violence. Post-mortem reports revealed an excessive amount of semen, suggesting that multiple perpetrators were involved. Even more horrifying, the victim's glasses were broken and embedded in her eyes. As the investigation began, shocking details about the crime scene emerged. The brutality of the attack was evident, yet the initial response to this gruesome crime was far from adequate. There were attempts to quickly declare the case as a suicide, a conclusion that was then changed to implicate a single perpetrator. However, the speed with which a suspect was allegedly caught, within just 24 hours, has raised serious doubts about the thoroughness of the investigation. There are also troubling claims of evidence destruction and efforts to close the case swiftly, brushing aside the possibility of multiple assailants. In the aftermath of the incident, the hospital's response has been equally disturbing. The principal of the hospital, rather than being held accountable, resigned only to be immediately appointed to another nearby college. Additionally, there were attempts to renovate the seminar room where the crime occurred, potentially destroying critical evidence. Key witnesses, including the victim's juniors and the hospital principal, have remained silent, raising further questions about a potential cover-up. Outraged by the lack of a proper investigation, medical staff, including doctors and nurses, have taken to the streets. They've been holding rallies and protests, demanding a thorough investigation and justice for their fallen colleague. There are growing calls for the case to be transferred to the Central Bureau of Investigation to ensure impartiality and a thorough probe into the matter. This incident is not just about one tragic case. It has far-reaching implications for the safety of medical professionals, especially female doctors. The frequent mob attacks on medical professionals and now, this heinous crime, have severely impacted the mental health and sense of security among medical students and professionals. If those who dedicate their lives to saving others can't feel safe in their workplace, what does that say about our society? We must not let this case fade into obscurity. We urge everyone to bring wider media coverage and social media attention to this case. It's crucial to keep the pressure on, to continue protesting, and to demand justice. Most importantly, we must advocate for the respect and safety of all healthcare workers, with a special focus on the protection of women in the profession. This is not just a fight for justice, it's a fight for the safety and dignity of those who care for us all. The savage rape and murder of a female medical student has ignited a wave of protests across the nation, exposing the deep-rooted issues that plague our society. This is not just another case. It's a glaring reminder of the brutal reality we face, where justice delayed is justice denied. We must end the culture of rape. Doctors, often seen as God-sent by society, are rightfully protesting, enraged by the audacity of predators who commit these heinous acts, believing they can escape the law. Yet, it's heartbreaking to see the extent of cover-ups by local authorities, shielding those involved. Who are these protectors of criminals? I won't delve into their identities, but I fully support the doctors and their relentless pursuit of justice. The highest court has taken up the case suo motu, recognizing the gravity of the situation. But while we await justice, we need to stand united. Students, professionals, and citizens from all walks of life must rally together to support the doctors and demand an end to the mafia-like network that perpetuates such crimes. We, the common people, have a role to play. Let's support these brave doctors by providing them with basic necessities like food, water, and other essentials as they fight this battle for all of us. Just as doctors fight to save lives, we must stand tall and show our solidarity with those fighting for justice. We will continue to release videos and updates from the protests, ensuring their voices are heard. Let justice prevail, and may the culprits be brought to justice. But we must ask ourselves, why does this keep happening in India? We haven't forgotten the horrific incident in Delhi and the Delhi gang rape and murder, commonly known as the Nirbhaya case, involved a rape and fatal assault that occurred. These barbaric acts must end. The change must start at the root, within our schools, in the early stages of education. It's time for the government to recognize the urgency of this situation and integrate lessons on respect, consent, and humanity into our educational programs. We must come together now, not just to demand justice, but to create a future where such atrocities are unthinkable. Thank you for watching ThePoint. Let's keep the conversation going and stand together to ensure that justice is served. Please like, share, and subscribe to stay informed about issues that matter. Together, we can make a difference.